Soldier Field in Chicago, sold out for the 64th consecutive time as the Redskins come to town to play the Bears. Tim Ryan starting in place of Armstrong at left defensive end, McMichael, Perry, and Dent. Roper, Singletary, and Morrissey instead of Rivera. And in the secondary, Wolford and Stinson, the cornerbacks, Carrier and Paul, the two safety men. Jim Harbaugh, the quarterback. He has gained confidence every time we see him. Up front, Thomas, Bortz, Hilgenberg, Thayer, Van Horn, and the tight end is James Thornton. Neil Anderson and James Rouse. The two running backs, Davis and Waddle, start as the wide receivers. Thornton was the move man. Harbaugh back to throw it again. Chased out of the pocket by Cook. Eric Williams also in pursuit.
And now we see Ron Mattis is already in at left tackle for Stan Thomas. This is a guy that, you know, after they lost Jimbo Covert, they made a trade from him. They picked him up for the New York Jets.
Harbaugh 5 yards deep in the end zone. Gets it out of there to James Rouse. Well, Rouse will have enough for a Bear first down. A pickup of 13, stopped by Wilbur Marshall.
Yeah, Marcus Cook is down in the field. It looks like he was going for the sack, and he went down and hurt his knee. You can see right here, Harbaugh is looking for someone. He finds Rouse. He would like to have Brad Muster in there, but that's always been the outlet, the short guy that you go to, that you come back to, and the Bear passing game has been the fullback.
3rd and 17. Harbaugh gets it out to Anderson. And Anderson got back to about the original line of scrimmage before Mann made the stop. Fake to Biner. Ripping for Clark. What an interception by Lemuel Stinson. Clark had a step or two, and he just closed the gap.
The last time they played, Rippon had 5 interceptions. Maybe that's the play that they need to bring him to life. Watch Lemuel Stinson here. Clark does have a couple steps on him. Stinson just made a heck of a play on the ball. Maybe the Redskins should have gone to establishing a run there.
Anderson with some room. Flag on the play as Anderson is tripped up by Copeland, but a penalty marker down. 1st and 12. And off Mark Green this time. This is Darren Lewis. Stopped by Darrell Green. 1st and 10 Bears at their own 16. Harbaugh to throw it. To James Rouse, who made the reception. Matt Millen made the stop after a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Harbaugh out of the pocket. Not enough for a first. We're about the 28. Monty Coleman made sure Jim Harbaugh stayed down.
Well, see, the one thing that you can't do with Harbaugh is you can't give him the lane. See, if we can go here and just stop it right here, you can see that once you get your defenders here and here, and he can see that much room, he will always take it for the run. Now, sometimes he could come out here and still throw the ball. See, he gave that pump a little, but when you have that 10-yard cushion, you know that you can always pick up 5 or 6 yards. Watch 72 there. Now, you know, you always talk about a quarterback feeling a guy coming. I will guarantee you that Rippon felt the fridge coming at him and also hurt him, because I could feel him coming at him all the way up here.
It's a big mistake if he didn't feel him.
Well, of course, when you start on your own 2 and your own 5, that's tough possession football. Some bad stuff's happening to you.
Harbaugh back to throw again under pressure. Gets it out to Davis, and Davis gets a Bear first down at about the 38. A pick up a 13. Second down. Harbaugh's down again. Wendell Davis made the reception, however. Darrell Green. That's Biner, and he's hit in the backfield by Richard Dent.
Richard Dent will wake up a crowd. I'll tell you, he plays at about 6 or 7 different levels, and here everything's been kind of quiet. Here's old Richard Dent here, and when he wants to make a play, you can't block that guy. I don't care if it's a run or a pass. That time Big Lachey comes out, Dent just throws him off, picks up Biner, throws him down. He's capable of playing like that.
Art Rippon back to throw. Art Monk, touchdown. Johnny Bailey to return the kickoff and gets out to about the 30. Harbaugh out of the spread this time and has some time. Caught by Ron Morris across the 50. 23-yard pickup. Bears no huddle. Draw play, Anderson. Anderson. It should be another first down. Brad Edwards came up to make the hit, and the helmets collided.
Neil Anderson is one of the best backs in the league, but he's one of the best at finishing off a run. In other words, you come up to hit him, he's going to hit you.
Harbaugh to Anderson. Gain of 3, stopped by Wilbur Marshall. Harbaugh back to throw it. To Waddle. Stopped again by Wilbur Marshall, but a first down Bears.
This guy has been an amazing success story with the Chicago Bears. They waived him, and then he comes back, and he's a starter. Remember that Monday night? He has a great Monday night game, and you look at him, and he's not very big. He's not very strong. He's not very fast, but he's one of those guys that just catch anything that is thrown at him, and he gets open.
First and 10 Bears at their own 23. Anderson close to another Bear first down. Brad Edwards made the stop.
I think that's the thing that they have to do. I mean, you know, the two things we just saw, they hit a ball to Waddle, and they had good pass protection. Then they ran to Neil Anderson, and they gave him some running room. So, you know, what do the Bears offensively have to do in the second half? I think we just saw an example of it the last 2 plays.
First and 10 Bears. Anderson again makes a good cut right at the line of scrimmage. Outside the 30 to about the 37. First down. Bears have moved it up to their own 42 now. And again lines up over the center. Harbaugh goes back to throw. Gets it out to Rouse. Rouse at midfield. Copeland made the stop. 3rd and 7. Harbaugh again chased out of the pocket. This time he's got some room, and he'll get a first down. He gets to the Redskin 43 before he's tripped up by Geathers.
Yeah, that brings the crowd out. That's what they had to do. Now watch the pressure here. You see it all gets inside. You see man takes an inside move on Van Horn. Now once he takes an inside move there, Harbaugh has to help Van Horn out. He sees him take that inside move. Boom, just go outside there.
Harbaugh again chased out of the pocket. Gets it out to Rouse. Short of a first down. But a gain of about 6. Matt Millen made the stop.
You're not going to run the ball right at number 72. Watch the refrigerator here. He is going to handle this area here, and you are not going to get into it. Now, you can trick him some, but if you're just going to try and block him and double team him like that, I mean, that's like a kid trying to block him.
Here at Soldier Field, 1st and 10. The best position the Bears have started from today. Harbaugh to throw. Got Ron Morris. Morris inside the Redskins 30, and a face mask penalty is going to be called.
And that time Harbaugh had protection. He had clean feet. There was no one close to him. I think that's the secret. I think they have to give him time. Watch the protection here. Play pass. They keep Neil Anderson in. He helps. Harbaugh has a chance to find his guy, step up, and throw it to Morris. Then right there we see the face mask. That was just one of those incidental ones as it goes by. Watch Morris here. He starts in motion. Then he's going to run up, in, across the field. Harbaugh finds him there. Now he looks up. Now watch the face mask right there.
Anderson to about the 21. Matt Millen made the stop. 2nd and 7. To about the 7, knocked out of bounds by Coleman and Copeland.
I think that's the first time he's thrown a ball to his tight end all day, and maybe that's why he was so wide open. The Redskins take away the things that you do well, so that means that they leave some things open too. Watching the right of the screen, watch Thornton. Everyone is coming in with the inside pass pattern, and Thornton just runs to the outside, and he's wide open.
Harbaugh to Anderson at about the 2. Edwards made the stop.
You know, the big thing with this drive is pass protection. Earlier you see a little play pass. Again, Harbaugh has had time. Harbaugh has had time. This is a little pass out in the flat, but he also had time to hit Ron Morris earlier. The offensive line is starting to take control, the Bear offensive line.
3rd and goal. Anderson touchdown. With 1:42 left in the 3rd quarter. The Redskins 10, the Bears 7.
Let's look at that touchdown again. That's a lot of action down here. Watch, everyone staying low. The jumpers go over the top. The jumpers jump before Anderson got there.
Harbaugh back to throw. Deflected and caught. Dennis Gentry came up with the rebound, a gain of 17.
But there's a flag back there, Pat, and I think it's against the Bears.
1st and 20. Draw play to Anderson. Anderson outside the 25 to about the 27, tripped up by Darrell Green, a gain of 15.
Did you see him get ready? He even changed the ball to get ready to deliver a blow on the tackler. Watch this. He runs through here. He makes a hole. Now he's going to put the ball in his right hand here in a minute. You see him? He switches it there now so he can unload with that left shoulder. See, you know what? If he keeps the ball on the left shoulder, he can't hit with the left shoulder. See, he puts it in his right and says, okay, now whap, I'm going to whap him with that one. And then you bring a divot out of your head. That's football.
Harbaugh out of the pockets. Pass deflected and picked off by Fred Stokes. Rippon, come on, touchdown. His second of the day.
You know, Sonny Jurgensen told me before the game, he said, if you look at the NFC quarterbacks playing now.
Intercepted by Gobert.
I think he just threw that one up. He's been getting so much pressure that you get to a point that you get so much pressure that you just can't do anything anymore.
They're pretty tough.
Yeah, I would think right now, just watching, putting all those things together, that right now that they have to be the best team in the NFC. Wayne Sevier goes all the way back with Joe Gibbs to San Diego State.
Harbaugh's pass is complete to Wendell Davis. Caught by A.J. Johnson. No huddle. 11-yard gain and another first down. 3.5 minutes left. Anderson.
Anderson carried.
8 more. Stopped by Coleman.
But he did have a step on him.
Third down, Anderson. Will have the first down and more, down to about the 41, Monty Coleman. 3 minutes now left, just under. Second down. Ron Morris, a spectacular effort. Sidney Johnson and Brad Edwards all over him. Watch this catch.
That is knocked out. Then Morris goes for it again, dives with both hands, comes up with his left hand before it hits the ground. Then it's going to go out again, and then he grabs it again. That was a great catch. He grabbed that 3 times. It was hit. Watch it here. It's hit. It's knocked out. Now he's going to catch it again, and it's going to go out again. Then he's going to catch it for the 3rd time, and that's a good catch.
It's also a heck of an effort. Harbaugh off and running. Enough for a first down. 12-yard scramble stopped by Bobby Wilson. Harbaugh almost has to run it again. To Morris. Morris down to the 20. 40 seconds remaining.
He's kind of an unheralded guy,
Yep.
you know, when things go well, he really has never gotten a lot of talk, but has always been a very good and solid tackle. And he's the brother of the Pointer sisters. Oh.
Waddle made the catch and paid for it as he was hit by Wilbur Marshall. Harbaugh out of the pocket again. Picked off by Wilbur Marshall after it bounced up into the air. So the Redskins improved to 6-0 on the year. Right now, let's send you again back to New York studios and Greg Gumbel.
Neil Anderson
Real men play on real grass in anticipation of some big runs by Anderson. Some big catches. Ron Morris. Yeah. Eat. Yeah. Eat. Some big sticks. Nerve. Wilbur Marshall does the job on Tom Waddle. Mike Ditka, Joe Gibbs, perennial playoff coaches. In the first quarter, Ernest Biner takes it from Rippon, rips up the middle for 25 yards, but
Number 81 on the offense, 10-yard penalty to keep the ground.
And off the month. In the next series, Mark Rippon looking deep for Gary Clark, slightly underthrown. A nice play by Lemuel Stinson. On the next play, Neil Anderson bursts outside for a big gain to get out of the shadow of his own goalpost, but
With holding, number 80 on the offense at the line of scrimmage.
two good teams playing a little bit sloppy for them. Not compared to some of the other games we've seen today, but for them. Jim Harbaugh's had a good year, but he struggled today. Charles Mann, Tim Johnson, Andre Collins battling through.
Yeah, at times the protection just wasn't there for him. Here you see the Redskins come at him with 7 people up front. Monty Coleman gets a hand up to knock the ball down. And then when Harbaugh did have time, he made a few mistakes today, throwing into quadruple coverage as he did there.
On the other hand, Mark Rippon Reed was ready. He reads the defense, goes across the grain to Ricky Sanders for 14 yards. Drive continues, 3rd and 10. Rippon off the back pedal against Gary Clark for 12. Boy, does he have a receiver stable or what in that posse? Rippon to Arthur Monk. Touchdown, 26 yards, 10-0 Redskins. Before the end of the half, a scary moment, Tommy.
Well, you hate to see this kind of play when two players butt heads like that, because that can oftentimes result in neck injuries.
Fortunately, Edwards jogged off. Anderson all right, 10-0 at the half. The Bears bleeding for a victory. Harbaugh. Teron Morris at the 40. Goes all the way down to the 29-yard line. Add 5 more after a penalty. It's a 40-yard pickup on 2nd and 7. Harbaugh on the flat to James Thornton, 13 yards. And to cap it off, how many times have we seen this? He's able to leap tall buildings with a single bound. As Neil Anderson, it's 10-7. The Skins lead down to 3. Every team has a go-to guy. The Skins have a few, but Arthur Monk, over the years, is as good as they get.
Yeah, you watch Monk go in motion. The tight end runs a check through. Ricky Sanders clears the zone for him, and Monk will make that catch 99 times out of 100.
In the fourth quarter on 4th and 4, big play here. Rippon to Monk. And he is hammered out at the 18 to pick up a first down. On the same drive, 3rd and goal, Rippon. Still looking. Here's the play on 3rd and goal, Rippon to the corner, and Arthur Monk has done it all by his lonesome just about. The Skins lead at 17-7.
Monk lines up inside, gets 3 Chicago defenders, beats them to the outside.
6 catches for 69 yards for Mr. Monk and a pair of touchdowns. In the end, the Skins defense, Matt Millen and company, handled the Bears. Deflection by Eric Williams, intercepted by Fred Stokes. And with big pressure, a classic case of putting it up for grabs. Gouveia picks it off. He goes away with the football. Jim Harbaugh has had some good games this year. Today wasn't one of his stellar performances. 3 INTs as the Skins up their mark to 6-0, with the Bills not playing until Monday night. And the Saints idle. The Skins the only 6-0 team in football. They beat the Bears 20-7.